When I was growing up and going through middle school and high school, my favorite subject to learn about was always history. I loved learning about the stories of the world, how we shaped the planet into what it is today, and all the great leaders and not so great leaders and role models that history has shown us. But one thing that's always bothered me with regards to all those figures that we talk about in history class is we never really learn what they were like in their early childhood. I don't know if any other schools in America do this better than where I went, or maybe schools in other countries focus on this more, but that's something that's always bothered me. When you learn about someone like Teddy Roosevelt or Joseph Stalin or whoever it might be, you really just kind of gloss over their early years as a kid and young adult. Like when you learn about Stalin, for example, you go over some of the details. You know, he was born in 1878. You learn what town he grew up in, what his mother did, what his father did. You learn that he was like a generally pretty sick boy, like he wasn't super healthy while he was a kid, and so on and so forth. Little details like where he went to school or when he became a revolutionary, but you never really learn what he was like as a kid. What was it like to be friends with a 10-year-old Joseph Stalin? When someone's that young, can he even imagine what he would end up doing with his life? All of the things he would end up doing. Could he really picture that or think about that at all when he was 10 years old? Same with Teddy Roosevelt, Churchill, Harry Truman, all the leaders of history, especially the older ones that we don't know that much about. What were they like in their early years? We never really learned that much about it, and it's something that kind of bothers me. Just look on Wikipedia and compare the little early life section to everything else that's up there, and you'll kind of see what I'm talking about. I want to know, man, did Harry Truman think the same way I do when he was my age? Am I going to grow up to be the president of the United States? Or should I worry about becoming Stalin? You see, this is the kind of thing that I think is actually really cool about League of Legends, specifically its esports scene. Because even if we'll never know if Karl Marx was a jock or a nerd in high school, that's one thing that we'll never have to wonder about all the pros that we follow. They may not be world leaders or philosophers, economists, or revolutionaries, but they're still big names to us, names that we might remember for the next 50 years of our lives or so. And unlike all the other big names that we hear in history class or the news media, we'll know what these guys were like when they were our age. At the time of me making this video, Faker is currently 19 years old. That kid is the best in the world at a video game, and he just got finished going through puberty. That's the great thing about the League esports scene. We get to see all these kids go through the transformation of becoming an adult, but at the same time, they just happen to be the best in the world at something. It's like some sort of weird reality TV show. A lot of these guys are living the lives of professional athletes at an incredibly young age most professional athletes are like in their 20s, their late 20s, early 30s. These guys are doing it at such a young age and doing it pretty well. They're living such an interesting life and going through so many transformations with the career path that they've chosen. They're becoming adults. They're potentially making more amounts of money than they've ever seen before. They're learning how to deal with responsibility, all these things, learning how to live their lives, all while some of them are still dealing with the same sort of teenage issues that we had to deal with. It's something that makes them really relatable and really easy to identify with them. Not just because of the fact that, they're going through puberty, but also for all the other reasons that we love to watch sports. Rooting on the heroes, booing against the villains, seeing all the incredible athletic play that makes us say wow out loud, and all the transformations of players and their careers. Seeing all that happen with people from all walks of life is really fun to watch and follow and pay attention to. But I think it gets a little more special to see it from the perspective of people who are so young and inexperienced, just like the rest of us. Because we get to see these people grow as players, but also as human beings, which is a really neat thing. That's one of the many things I love about League, and also one of the things I think could definitely make a history class even more interesting. Anyway, thank you all very much for watching today's video. I'll see you all tomorrow, but until then, good luck in solo queue, and have a wonderful day.